Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here, back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto Had Destruction Release. And yeah guys, it's an unscripted movie as well. Now before continuing this, if you haven't, then please do leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without further ado, let's begin with our story. Story begins. Deep inside Konohagakure, there is a forest known as the Forest of Death. That is where our story will begin, as the tuning exams were taking place. As we go inside the forest where the tuning exams were taking place, we find Team 7, consisting of Naruto Uzumaki, our hero, Sasuke Uchiha, and Sakura Haruno, his teammates, as they were in a life-death situation, having a battle against none other than the Nuke Sanin, Orochimaru, the traitor and summoner of snakes. He was much more agile and venomous as well as strong, and they get the gist of it now as they were battling him and losing. It was pretty much a one-sided battle, as Naruto got up to his feet as he saw his two teammates were down as well. He was grunting and panting, being out of breath. Damn it, we have to encounter him of all the people in this world. Sometimes I wonder if Kami does hate us. I guess I have to try it, even if I can save them, even at the cost of my own, I will do it. Who's gonna care about me when I'm gone? Either way, Sasuke, Sakura. Here, I stole this scroll when I was bouncing upon him later. Now get out of here. What? Are you idiot dope? We can help you out. What makes you think you can take him out alone if we combined can't take him out? Who says anything about taking him out? I'm going to buy you time. Naruto, are you sure about this? Sakura asked. As Naruto thought, see, she never cared about me. All she cared about is her life and Sasuke. I sometimes wonder why I'm doing this. As Kyuubi was quite surprised by her summoner. What is wrong with this kid? Why is he acting like this? Even if he knows that he's helping selfish people, he's still going to do it? Maybe he is selfless. Or he's just foolish. I don't know. But he has a good heart. If only he could understand me. He will, said none other than the voice of the Sage of the Sixth Path as he appeared inside the mindscape. To-chan? Yes, Kurumi-san. It's me. How have you been doing? As Kurumi turned into a nine-tails lolly fox, as she started to cry as she hugged the apparition of the nine-tailed sage, as the sage sighed and hugged her. I see. As Sage read her memories, by being in contact with her, you have been through a lot, haven't you? Yes, To-chan. Humans betrayed us. They betrayed you. They only use us now as weapons. And those people who we are sealed in, they also treat them miserably. I see. That is why I am here. This child, he possesses the soul of my third son. You mean Chaos? Yes. He has the destruction release. But didn't he die to stop the confrontation between Asura and Indra? I know. I saw this from Afterlife. The confrontation between the older two and how the younger one had to stop them by sacrificing himself and saving the rest of the clan by doing this sacrifice. But he held a Kekkei. That Kekkei was destruction release, and as you know, his soul is in this child, but dormant. I will awaken him and return awakening that Kekkei. Are you sure about this, To-chan? What if this human? He won't. As I told you, he is the reincarnation of chaos. He will be good, just like him. I believe in him. I believe your words, To-chan. I'll help him out as much as I can. Good girl. You always were the smart one, weren't you, Kurumi? Well then, I guess it's time for me to leave, said the sage, but before he left, he clapped his hands together and closed his eyes as he started to glow brightly, as Kurumi was blinded by this. And suddenly, he was not there anymore, as Kurumi shed tears. And then she felt the sudden warm energy that was felt by her long ago, until that person died, their brother, who looked out for them, her and the rest of the Bijus. It was none other than Chaos. He was awakening. As on the other side, Naruto was still thinking and contemplating his choices But did he regret it? Nah, he was smiling. Even he knew he was going to die, he was still smiling. As Orochimaru, who was listening to this conversation between the teammates, thought, to be honest, I'm quite disappointed in the Uchiha, and I'm quite impressed by the Uzumaki. Quite the opposite of what I had in mind, but oh well, I have to make this child life end sufferingly as much as I can. But where's the kick in it? I am the Snake Son and I have a reputation to keep as the cold-blooded, merciless killer. I will kill the child nonetheless, but he will die without pain. That's for sure. And then I will hunt down Sasuke and beat him to the inch of his life. And then gain his body as my new vessel. And that pink bitch, yeah, she deserves to die as well. And yes, everyone was confused here. Why was Orochimaru snickering? As Naruto was sweating heavily. Go now! There is no other way. Get help! Damn it! Sasuke thought and contemplated. He was an Uchiha, an elite, and this doll who was beneath him was sacrificing, just like any other person should. He will cut back at Orochimaru for this display of shame on him. He will get him back. Fine, dog. I'll leave. Come on, Sakura, with me. As Sakura and Sasuke left, as Naruto sighed and got into a battle stance. Quite a foolish choice you made there, Naruto-kun. Shut up, Orochimaru. I know the decision I made. Nobody cares when a worthless human like me die. Oh, you think you call yourself a human? Aren't you the opposite? The Jinchuriki, the holder of the nine tails. Yes, did you think I did not notice? When I threw you away, you were channeling chakra through your body. I saw your seal. As Naruto, blood froze. He couldn't move. What? Oh my god. Damn it! How can I be so careless? What should I do? What should I do? As Naruto then turned around and did the imperfect Rasengan as he and Orochimaru exploded back several feet away. As Naruto was impacted with a tree. Damn it! I can't perfect that technique yet. As on the other side, Sasuke and Sakura made it to the tower as they opened the scroll as Kakashi moved up. Where's Naruto? He asked. He sacrificed his life for us, said Sasuke. What? What do you mean, Sasuke? Said Kakashi. He had enough with this behavior of this rude ass Uchiha. He was nowhere near as good as Obito, and he regretted leaving Naruto to his own devices to train this ass. Now, as Sasuke was quite surprised by this, as Sasuke then said, Sakura, tell him. As Sakura began to explain what happened and how they encountered Orochimaru and how Naruto said to them to get out of there and he will hold him off. As Kakashi for the first time slapped both of them in the faces. You pathetic excuse of trash. What? What do you mean, Kakashi? Don't call my name, you trash. You don't deserve to be a shinobi. Anbu. As two Anbus dropped by, confiscate them and arrest them. I'll go look out for Naruto. As you can't do this to me. I'm an Uchiha. So what? Do you want me to, what? Lick your feet? Grow up and get a grip of reality, Sasuke. Nobody cares. We had a whole clan. Nobody cared then, nobody cares now. Who put you on high horses? I'll get you off of those horses when I come back up with Naruto, hopefully. Or otherwise there will be hell to pay for both of you. With those words said, Kakashi left. Damn it, how could I be such careless? I'm sorry, Sensei. Forgive me. As he dashed towards the forest of death after getting Naruto's coordinates out of them with two of the Anbus, and Anko joined them as well after finding out that Orochimaru was involved. And soon the news reached to the Hokage Tower and to the Hokage, and he was quite anxious as well. He was also sending a team with himself to the forest of death. On the other side, Naruto was being pummeled to the ground, still bleeding and battered, and his many bones were broken, but he still, with the sheer willpower, got up to his feet. Orochimaru was now truly impressed. My, what a strong vessel. Surely, even if an Uzumaki at this stage would have fallen because of the fatigue, but his sheer willpower, it intrigues me. What keeps him going? What is the drive behind this? I must find it out. As he then said, halting his fist, but still in an protective position. Tell me, Naruto-kun, what keeps you going? I have to protect my precious people. Bullshit. What? What do you mean? I said bullshit. There is no one in that village who loves you. There are some people who loves me, Orochimaru. There is Erosani and Gigi. As Orochimaru chuckled, that perverted fool? Oh, you make me laugh, Naruto-kun. And you said my sensei, Sarutobi Hiruzen, right? He's only using you, like that old perverted fool who was a teammate of mine. What? What do you mean, and how do you know them? How do you know them? Simple. One is my sensei, the other one was my previous teammate. We trained under the same sensei, you idiot. But what I mean to say is, how do you know for sure that they're using me? Ah, I see. Well, you are the Jinchuriki, and Sarutobi sensei has kept you reliant only on him. The other villagers hate you, don't they? As Naruto was now completely listening to Orochimaru, as the other envoys were there now, hiding and listening to the conversation. As they arrived there, they were listening in on the conversation, what was occurring. As even Anko was standing there, gritting her teeth. He was going to corrupt the little Gaki, wasn't he? As Sarutobi couldn't believe his eyes what he was hearing. No matter how he looked at it, no matter how much he claimed that Naruto was his grandson, or was like a grandson, he had to admit that deep within his heart, a little bit of his part was still playing Hokage and doing what was better for his villagers, keeping their weapon close. He didn't want to admit it, but as the duty of this as Kage of this village, he had to do it. And he regretted that decision, but above that, he loved Naruto like his grandson, and that there's no thing in the world that could change that. As Naruto then said, "No, I will not trust your words. Gigi was there for me my whole life." Then who told the people? I guess the Hokage knew as well. Don't you think that there is someone who told the people? And that could be the same person who was involved in your life. Out of regret, maybe, of doing so. Even if he did, I don't blame him. He told me that people should see me as a hero. And maybe that's why he fucked up your life, didn't it, Naruto-kun? It went south. He was being stupid. He, because of his old age, was being stupid, and that has caused you great pain. No, it doesn't. And now we move on to the next person, which is my teammate. He is your godfather. What? Yes, he was your living family. Heck, you even had a godmother, who both abandoned you willingly to your sensei. And your sensei, he was the student of your father. And he even abandoned you, I heard. As Naruto's eyes were widened, he had such close family members. One was student of his father, other was the teacher of his father, and he also had a godmother. He didn't knew about what was going on. Naruto then clenched his fist as his eyes narrowed. No matter what, I will still protect them. I don't blame them if they still hate me because of that. I don't blame them. I am nothing but a nobody that nobody wants in this world. So nobody will care once I'm gone. They'll be happy. But I care. No, you don't. All you care about is the damn Nine Tails, Naruto said, with his eyes still closed. As Orochimaru was still taunting him, as everyone was listening in attentively. Kakashi was also listening this. To be honest, he had enough. He wanted to rush down and comfort Naruto and take down the snake bastard. But deep down within his heart, he knew what he said was true. They had abandoned Naruto because of the grief, because they thought that Naruto was the cause. But over time, they grew out of that phase. They knew that he was innocent and much of a victim as they were. But now it was too late. As Naruto's eyes opened, "Shut up!" As Orochimaru was thrown back by an invisible force, as were the shinobis that were there hidden. Naruto's eyes were purple. All purple. There was not even a pupil with them. As Naruto started to float, "You, because of your sins, shall be get rid of this world, Orochimaru. As Naruto said with two voices, it was the voice of chaos and Naruto mixed up together. As huge energy was leaking everywhere, it was the energy more potent than chakra. As Naruto moved his hand forward, as Orochimaru flew towards Naruto into his hand grip, Orochimaru for the first time in his life felt something that he hadn't felt over the years. Fear. Fear for his life. As everyone was watching this, is this the QB? No, it isn't. It's powerful, but it's not QB's, Hiruzen said. As Kakashi was seeing this, Who are you? Said Orochimaru. I am Chaos, and you have been deemed a threat to this world. Now vanish. And then, there, such chakra bursted out of Naruto's hand like purple flame, and then when it disappeared, Orochimaru was nothing but ashes. As Naruto then calmed down as his eyes closed, as he started to fall towards the ground. Before he was impacted with the ground, Jiraiya came there and captured him. He had a solemn look on his face. As then he looked towards the shinobis who were there, as they got up. As Hiruzen and Kakashi went towards him. What is going on, Jiraiya? I see. Naruto is the child of prophecy. All along, I thought it was Minato. And I was only training Naruto out of my obligation of training him as his godfather, and getting out of my sorrow, and getting close to my family finally. Facing what was meant to be faced. But I guess Naruto was the child of prophecy all along that was mentioned. You mean that prophecy that Enma told me about? Yes, the same one that was passed down between every clan members. The one child born with special power of chaos will bring peace to this world or destroy it if he deems worthy. He will save those who are innocent. He will burn those with his justice of flames who are guilty and a threat as he deems them. And this is the same child as we saw. He has the same power and the flames we saw were the flames of justice. I see. Let's go back to the village, as everyone was there. And as per Q, council meeting was called, as Naruto was delivered to an Anbu hospital. As Anbu was keeping Naruto on close call, as rumors between Anbus about Naruto has already spread because of his flames of justice and all, that he was the child of prophecy. Some of the Anbus had their own summoned clans that had the same prophecy, and they were quite happy about it that the child of prophecy was born in this village. But they were sad that they weren't able to help him out when he needed them the most. They were regretting that decision now, but vowed that they will change his view on them now. It was time for them to prove to Naruto, as he once craved for attention from them and wanted to prove himself to them. It was time for them to prove themselves to Naruto. Quite hypocrite, but they had to do it. They had to get his forgiveness, even if it is the last thing they do. As we go towards the council meeting, as the council meeting was called, as Hiruzen Naruto before the first time walked in solemnly, as did Jiraiya, which was quite shocking for most of the people. As then, when the meeting was said, Koharu began. This meeting was called here because, well, Uchiha-sama was captured at the order of his sensei. Kakashi Hatake, can you explain why he ordered that? They left behind their teammate and comrade in the threats of being him killed to just get away from them, which goes against the codes of Konoha. They couldn't deny that. It was the first rule to never abandon a teammate in the books of rules of Konoha, written by the Shodai Hokage, and they couldn't go against it. Unless you were Danzo. So what? He's just a weapon. He would have survived. Danzo. Do you know that he is the last Uzumaki? And if he had died, there was no way in hell we could have resealed the QB. And what do you think will happen then? Simple. We'll find a new container or Uzumaki. From where? Your ass? There is no Uzumaki, you son of a bitch. He's the last one we have. And not only that, he's the son of my sensei. Minato Namikaze, you idiots. No matter how hard you tried to ignore that fact. No matter how willingly you ignored that fact. You cannot deny it. He is their son. He is the son of Kushina Uzumaki and Minato Namikaze. Rightful heir to the Namikaze and Uzumaki clan. And yet you deny that fact. And he has also awakened those powers of justice. He will bring you down with them. What do you mean, Harake? I guess Kakashi, with his flow, has finally spoken out. I'm sorry. I guess I was holding in a lot of things. I guess my dam's finally broken, he said with a nice smile. It's good that you loosen up a bit, Kakashi, and let go of all your hidden feelings. It gets easy from time to time when you burst out like that. Yeah, I kind of feel good now. As on the other side, Jiraiya spoke. Naruto is the child of prophecy, the one that mentioned could destroy us or can save us. As everyone was silent, you speak the words of an opium-smoking old toad, Jiraiya, said none other than Danzo. Every other clan has been passed down the same prophecy by their own elder. So all of them smoke opium? Last time I heard, only toads were the one capable of smoking such stuff. I see. Then if he is, then we must manipulate him and mold him into perfect weapons so that Konoha can prosper. That is where you are wrong, Danzo. Jiraiya said, as everyone was quite confused by this. Why? They had the child of prophecy. They could be the prosper one. And the rest can go to hell. He will preserve the whole elemental nations, or let them rot. Do you think he will choose only one? Yes, he has to. It is his home and duty to this village. No. When he becomes the child of prophecy, there is no duty to one village. It's his duty to the whole elemental nations to reunite them. If you can't accept it, then join the band to the hell with those who are going to be deemed as threat and will be eradicated with the flames of justice, he said, as chills ran down everyone's spine after hearing that out. As the greedy ones were now shitting their pants, literally shitting bricks. Don't worry, we'll hunt you down one by one, and I'll help to it and see to that whoever is corrupted and is trying to destroy our village inside and out will face the fury of those flames. I'm out, Sensei. As Jiraiya walked out. Where are you going, Jiraiya? To get my godson. I have a lot of things to settle with him. As everyone gasped even more. That said boy that they ostracized was the son of their hero, and they didn't believe that. Now Jiraiya was even claiming that he was a child's godson. What more proof did they need it? As Koharu then said, what can we do now to get out of this mess? Nothing. Just wait for the outcome. That's what I'm going to say. But we're all gonna die, she said, in quite fear, because she heard what happened to Orochimaru, and it was no feat for that. So what? What am I going to do about that? Nothing. I will not lift a finger about this. He is, after all, chaos, and chaos can either destroy or can preserve. Sorry about that, Koharu. You dug your own grave. Now prepare to lay in it. As then, he said, the meeting is adjourned. And oh, same goes for everyone else who did this kind of stuff and is corrupted. As Hiruzen for the first time laughed the whole way out after seeing the shocked expressions of the council members. It was finally good to see that these shit bricks of people got what they deserved. And on the other side, Naruto woke up inside his mindscape as still he was unconscious on the outside. Where am I? You finally woke up, said a lolly fox as he was sitting. Hey, who are you, kid? As QB grew a tick mark, as she walked out of the seal and bonked Naruto on the head. Itai, how come I feel pain? And why aren't you behind the seal? I am the Nine Tails. I know that. I figured because of your 9 tails. Then how come you're so stupid to ask me that question? I don't know. I guess reflex? Yeah, you really are dumb. So, it's time to meet your other part. The one you are the reincarnation of. As a boy similar to Naruto came, but he had blue hair and blue eyes. Yo, that's it? That's what you're gonna say to him? Said Kurumi, as Naruto face faulted. You mean to say that I'm this guy's reincarnation? Said Naruto. Hey, I take that as a friend, said Chaos. Come on, Chaos Nii-chan. After all these years, and you're still so easygoing. I mean, just intimidate him or something. Yeah. Hey, how can you side with him and not with me? I mean, we're kind of stuck together since I was born. And I was stuck with him since he was born. And I was born. Point taken. Wait, then you're quite old, aren't you? Hey, quit copying the looks of a younger girl, QB. You're an hack. Admit it. As QB grew another tick mark, as Chaos then said, hag? Yeah, I can't admit what you're saying, kid. as both were bonked on the heads. It died, that hurts, as they were rolling in the mindscape. Come on, quit fooling around. Yes, indeed, my children, quit fooling around and listen to what Kurumi has to say, said the voice. Father? No, it is just a recording that I left. Just to tease you all. Still with this prank somehow. I don't know. Why does this pranking spree pass down to? Oh, me, I'm called prankster from hell for nothing, said Naruto. Yeah, right. As the looks that were displayed on Kyo's face were like, I'm not buying that, because I am the one who was called prankster from hell. Hey, something tell me you're not buying it and thinking that it is sarcastic. Because it was my title, kid. Huh, you died, old man, now it is mine. As he grew a tick mark as well. As he then sighed, fine, let's continue with it. You are my reincarnation. You have to learn your powers and how to mold them. As there was a prophecy passed down that once I will be reborn, it will be a time when I will judge people. Judge them. To see that if they are able to be preserved or to be destroyed. What you have is called destruction release. You can destroy literally the soul and the body of a said person, like what I did to Orochimaru. As a picture was shown to Naruto what happened to him. Ugh. Damn, you got some flames, my guy, said Naruto. No, where did that came from? It's a slang that I heard from, the red light district. Huh, I don't know. There were such slangs. What are these slangs called again? Codes or phases, as people like to say it in short terms, brother, said Kurumi. I see. So, what you say, kid? Want to train in this awesome power and become the child of prophecy? I guess so. Huh, many will be enthusiastic or say, I'll do it. And yet you showed no emotions and were like, yeah, I guess so. Wow, you either got some guts or you're not understanding the situation, or you're just idiot. The third one said Kurumi. Hey, I'll take that as offense. As they all laughed, even Naruto. And inside his mindscape, 3 years passed, and on the outer world only 3 hours passed, as Naruto was already trained in his powers. His bones were healed, everything was healed inside of his body. As he shot up from his bed. Nice sleep. How many time has it passed? 1 year? 1 month? I wonder. As he looked at the clock, it's 5 a.m. and I don't look a speck older. And from the clothes that are destroyed, it seems that I am still where I was when I fought with Orochimaru. It looks like 3 hours has been passed. Wow, Mindscape is truly different. As he got on his feet and started to dash out there to go to the preliminaries. Now there was, since no Orochimaru, there was no plans for Konoha Crush, and hence Naruto won the whole Chunin exams. And since he was honed in his powers, he then went on a mission for all over the elemental nations. And it was a mission that he went on with his godfather. And they also had a heart-to-heart before they left, flashback, before Naruto and Jiraiya departed. As Naruto was inside his house, he heard a knock as Jiraiya and Hiruzen came in with Kakashi. Hey, Rasani, Naruto said. Hello, Naruto. Can I come in? Oh, you brought company, huh? What? As Jiraiya looked back, there were two of the people, but one was Kakashi and the other one was his sensei. We thought we must visit both of you as well. As Naruto let them all in and gave them some of the juice that was in his fridge. As he sat down, so, what can I do for you? We must want to apologize, Naruto. No, we must apologize. As they all started to apologize and state their reasons, as Naruto sighed, look, I don't want to believe your reasons and all that. I call that bullshit, but I will forgive you. If it wasn't for you, Didi, I don't think that I will be this stable as I am now. And if it wasn't for you, Irasanin, I wouldn't be able to pass the Chunin exams or able to keep Orochimaru at bay. And if it wasn't for you, Kakashi-sensei, I wouldn't have those morals or the willpower to keep going. So thank you in a way, and I forgive you. As they looked at Naruto with quite wide eyes. You know, Naruto, you're just too forgiving for your own too good. Who says I'm going to let you off the hook like that? There will be a lot of payback later on for the three of you. I'm gonna prank you to the hell and make you know that why I was titled the prankster from hell, as they all felt shiver and down their spine. Oh shit. They might have gotten Naruto to come back to his good side, but they still had to pay for what they did, and that was through pranks, which was quite annoying. Oh well, I guess I had a lot of paperwork later on, Naruto. Don't worry, old man, I'm not going to kill you with the paperwork. Oh yeah, I kind of remember to tell you that you should use shadow clones to do your paperwork, huh? Oh my god, why didn't I thought about that? Shit! Damn you, Minato, you knew about this, didn't you? As Minato weird thug-life goggles from the sky as he was giving a peace sign and a grin on his face. Yeah, you deserved that, you bastard, for what you did to my son. As these were the words that Sarutobi could have sworn he heard, as Kushina was behind him, yelling, yeah, you deserved that, Sarutobi. And Naruto was going to make sure that they paid. And oh well, before Naruto left there was a week and they paid a lot. And Kakashi's one silver hair was now straight and silky smooth as it was now on his back, and it was neon green, as everyone was laughing at him. As for Sasuke and Sakura, they were stripped from their rights as shinobis. They were sealed from chakra usage and were now civilians. And even Danzo or anyone else couldn't break the seal because it was a forbidden Uzumaki seal that was placed on them. So, Danzo was gritting his teeth. Now the Uchiha was even useless. Damn it. All because the damn Uzumaki kid, their supposed weapon, was turned into the child of prophecy. And now they were going to die at his hands. No, he wasn't going to expect it. Before Naruto left, his powers once again awoken at the curse of an evil. As the next thing Danzo saw was flames that engulfed him. He alongside his Sharingan eyes all died. Naruto didn't even give him time to use the Izanami to resummon himself back. He burned, and so did many of the root members burned. And some of the civilian council members burned as well. And not only that, the two elders burned down. And their souls burned down as well. There was nothing left there, which caused quite shocking and uproar between the villages. As then the Chaos Naruto said and told who he was and why he was doing this, and they were now fearing it. As all of the populace of Konoha, aside from the Ichirakus and Naruto's loved ones, felt a bit of burning sensation in their body. This was their punishment for hurting and ignoring Naruto. They will forever burn from inside. No matter what they do, they will feel this burn on October 10th. It was their curse that Naruto placed on them. And they will not die, no matter how hard they tried. And the populace was now crying, asking for forgiveness, just to end the pain, but it was to no avail. Naruto left after returning to his senses with none other than Jiraiya. And they were going on, traveling from one village to another, eradicating evil and earning a name for themselves. Naruto was dubbed the new Justice Bringer and was wanted alive by many villages. He was regarded as the hero of minor villages all around the elemental nations. He even helped out against the Akatsuki in different villages. Luck was on his side, as whenever the Akatsuki struck, he was inside that village. First, he was visiting Suna, his friend that he made, which was none other than Gaara. After calming him down and resealing his Biju and becoming friends with him and letting the Biju meet his once older brother, they moved on, as Shikaku agreed that he won't haunt Gaara as Chaos told him to. And he was quite, well, sad that Chaos was with Kurumi and not him. And Kurumi smirked at victorious at that. And then they moved on to the other villages, such as Kumo, Kiri, and Diva. Naruto was quite surprised when he was glared at and was put to execution, but after he killed the corrupted people within them, after giving them the proof of what they did, it was revealed that they had manipulated them into thinking that it was the cause of Minato no Mikaze, when it was the real reason that the council members were involved in the massacre of so many shinobis of their own. They were the one who caused so many deaths and loss of their loved ones, even that the Tsuchikage didn't knew about. And from then on, Tsuchikage stepped down and let his son Kisuchi become the next Kage, because he was sorrowful because his grandson was lost at the hands of his own friends, or which he deemed as friends and subordinates. How could this happen? And he thanked Naruto. And he also helped out Kurotsuchi, and she fell in love with him. And one thing led to another, and Naruto married her. as he saved them against the battle of Akatsuki members, which are none other than Hidan and Kakashi, the two immortals, as they were going after Roshi, as Kuretsuchi was talking to him for some reason during a mission, as they were struck, as Naruto was arriving at the same time, as they were friends with Kuretsuchi at the time, and Naruto saved her by destroying both of their souls alongside with Yoshinist as well. And said person, the only and saving her and earning her love. And at that night, Naruto lost his V card, and after that, he left the village. Not before getting engaged to Kuretsuchi. Nonetheless, after he left as the hero of Iwagakure. His father was the most hated person in Iwagakure, but he was the most loved person in Iwagakure. Not only in Iwagakure, he was loved in whole elemental nations, as he destroyed the souls of the corrupted people with his flames and destruction release, as people dubbed him to use. The only corrupted people were left in Amegakure, which were none other than Zetsu and Tobi/Madara. Pain, or so-called Pain, which was Nagato, Uzumaki, and Konan, were just misguided, as Naruto once appeared before them as the last line of defense. They were before Madara and Zetsu. Naruto went into his chaos state and saved them and showed them the reality, what their plans could have fruition to if they were brought to. As then Madara and Zetsu were livid at this, and they called it bullshit before Naruto fought the two and burned their souls to crisp, as nothing left and remained. As moon shined brightly at that night, as Naruto glared at it in chaos state, "Remain there, godmother, grandmother, I know you're watching this. I have power of the king of the Otsutsuki, which rivals it. I have the power of destruction release. I can destroy the whole Otsutsuki clan if I want to, and my vessel is strong. So please, you are my family. I don't want to hurt you. Remain where you are, because you are not meant for this world." As the moon's bright shine was gone, as Kaguya has heeded his warning, and those Otsutsukis who were listening in as well. From the outer space, 3 Otsutsukis were listening in, because Naruto was referring to them as well, as they disappeared, because they found it quite troublesome that one other person had that power, that Kakegenkai that they all wished to be destroyed or just lost in the history of their clan. But once again, they were proven wrong. And this time it was at the hand of one of the shinobis of said village or world. And there was no way in hell they were going to get to that chakra of that world now. So better yet, leave it alone. And Naruto was going to make sure that they left it alone. With the help of Chaos, he made a center stone, an array that will become a protective barrier around the earth. As Naruto once activated it, there was a purple barrier all around the earth that protected it from asteroids or anything that even came to its vicinity. Even the Otsutsuki king cannot cross it, no matter how much time passes. Naruto even made disappearance seal so that the array will disappear, so no one can find it and shut it down. Nobody can do it, because he had the power and only he could do it. And time passed, as villages started to merge together under Naruto's rule, as only one capital city was born, as Naruto was elected as his new president, and heck, he married the love of his life, Kuretsuchi. Hinata was quite saddened by this, because she loved Naruto all her life. When Naruto found out about this, he gave her a chance, and Kuretsuchi agreed to that. And when they started to date, Naruto was quite surprised that Hinata was such a beautiful and nice person, and he couldn't abandon her, so why not get her for himself? I mean, she was there for him and trusted him even secretly, because he knew Hinata was quite shy and didn't have self-confidence. Naruto helped building it and married her, and the three lived happily in their new built heaven, and every other shinobi also was happy. Naruto told them of the threats that roam around outside the world, and they were ready. They were preparing for it. Naruto even had some of his genes transferred alongside his Kakegenkai in Boruto, was going to be the next protector of the earth when he dies. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this story off, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, as this is Apollo Uchiha and I'm signing out.